I feel like Hogwarts Legacy was a bit of a letdown in the fact that you couldn't play with your friends. Because imagine just joining up together and walking around Hogwarts or defeating enemies. Warner Brothers discusses volatile AAA console games will lean into free-to-play and mobile. Have you guys heard about this? It was released last week.
Yeah. Well, they had the biggest hit, which was a single player.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had the biggest loser with that. It's funny because right after Suicide Squad, they admitted it failed.
Mm-hmm.
They came out and said this.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people that want single player games, don't want any live service stuff, and it's disappointing.
I think this is a perfect example of video game companies coming away from a very obvious lesson somehow with the wrong information. So they make a game that is focused entirely on satisfying the fans, Hogwarts Legacy, and it sells gangbuster.
Biggest game of last year.
Yeah, but that was for a bunch of reasons. It's not.
There was a factor in there. I don't think it would have sold as well if it wasn't for all of the
Streisand
crazy LBGTQ CCXT garage door openers getting mad.
The thing people seem to forget is that Wizarding World is a huge IP that hasn't had a video game in like a decade. So naturally, everyone's going to be curious about it. And then you had the whole boycott versus the boycott, and all that together. Everyone was like really curious and wanted to get this game. Yeah,
it sold like 20 million copies. It did very well. And then they make Suicide Squad, which is the exact opposite, where they kill all of your favorite characters in the most gruesome, horrible way possible. And Warner Brothers' takeaway from this is that it's just impossible to figure out what people like.
That's true.
I think
it's just too volatile.
I think the other thing, too, is they're trying to make games that are monetized like free to play. And they're trying to see if they can get away with the free, $70 or more. I mean, they wanted, it's funny. They sold the deluxe version of Suicide Squad for I think $100 or $120, for you to be able to play a few days early, and then that broke. And Mortal Kombat
refunds.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat 1, everything's monetized in that game, and it's a full price game. And all the, I did play Mortal Kombat 1 to completion. I played through the first season of whatever they called the conquest mode. And it's just the grindiest thing. And all the cosmetics you get are, color palette swaps that make no sense. And, then when they do come up with a good costume, it's $10. Or, hey, a new fatality, it's $12. Oh, we're going to lower it to 10. Yeah.
I skipped it because I thought it looked like shit and all the women were ugly.
It is very skippable. The story sucks. I mean, the story makes no sense. The story does make sense, but it's not good, and there are things in it that make no sense, like
really convoluted.
Like Liu Kang reshaped the universe to make it a better place, yet he makes Tarkatan's no longer a race but a disease. Why would you do that?
Well, Cyan Wizard says, I'm still baffled how Warner Brothers is leaving money on the floor, but not making an MMO Harry Potter game, let alone a Quidditch game akin to Rocket League's success. Like how? Well, to answer your question, they are making a Quidditch game. It's called Quidditch Champions. It's not good. They have not released the release date for it. There's been several playtests in the last year or so, like since I want to say April or the summer or whatever. There's been a bunch of them. I have participated in those. I can't say anything else. But yeah, if you want to play a Quidditch game, go play the 2003 one from EA. You have to figure out how to play it on your PC because it doesn't work.
Did you see EA actually did a pro gamer move and went back and released a bunch of their classic titles on Steam?
Yeah, but the thing is, they don't have the license for Harry Potter, so that doesn't work for them.
I mean, that sucks, but
what games did they release?
The Saboteur and a bunch of the old Command and Conquer games.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I picked up the Saboteur. It's $5 right now.
I might go pick up one of those Command and Conquers.
Is that supposed to be a mobile game? No, it's going to be on PC, PlayStation, Xbox. You can look it up. It's called Quidditch Champions. It's an actual website. There is no Twitter account or anything yet. There's just a Discord. Also, for me, I feel like Hogwarts Legacy was a bit of a letdown in the fact that you couldn't play with your friends. Because imagine just joining up together and walking around Hogwarts or defeating enemies. I feel like a lot of people would have wanted that also if it was done correctly, not a whole mini transactions all over the game. But yeah, it is funny how, as you guys said before, Suicide Squad was a flop, and they're like, look at this. we're gonna have this. But like Suicide Squad was a flop due to multiple reasons. It wasn't just because of the whole killing the characters, the SBI shit. It was just a shitty game to play. Like the graphics and the gameplay itself was really confusing. People were saying that there was so much on screen that you really couldn't focus.